everybody is doing well. So this is Just Kelly, lifestyle management coach, and I just wanted to come with you today to discuss something that I told you that I'd be discussing. This week I've been not challenged, well, maybe internally challenged to talk to people about purpose and kind of just doing what you're supposed to do and ways that you can actively live your life during today's current circumstances. So I am here today to talk to you about telling your story. Telling your story. This is such a huge thing for me right now, and I wanted to share with you all and take you on the journey and talk to you about 5 reasons why I feel it's important that you share your story with your people. Totally important, totally important. One of the things that I remember, like when I first started doing business and using social media for my business, when I had my store back in 2012, I didn't hear so much about tell the story thing. Business promotion and things related to business were about how polished things can look. And telling your story back then, I don't recall that it was as important as it is right now. But I know not everybody that's watching has a business or has a ministry or has something that they're working towards. Some people and this is fine. Some people are moms, and that's what they're working towards. Or some people are friends and cousins and just daughters, and they're just trying to live their life and they're just trying to be their best them. This is still very, very, very important, whether you realize it or not. So today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 reasons why I feel that it's imperative that you tell the world about you. You, the one, the only you. So the first thing I want to preface is that I feel it's important that everybody realize that, believe it or not, like, you are an influencer. Like, that's not just some title that's reserved for somebody that has hundreds of thousands or millions of followers. You are an influencer. You influence your family, you influence your friends, you influence your circle. There are people that you influence, and there are people that don't even know about you yet. There are people that don't even know about you yet. Let me tell you this statistic I saw, and I can't even tell you where I saw it. I heard it and then I looked it up online. So the Google. Do you know that actively right now there are 2.6 billion people that actively use Facebook? Actively. And then on a daily basis, there's 1.3 people that use Facebook on a daily basis. Did you hear me? I didn't say million. I said billion. Billions of people. Billions. So if there are billions of people that actively use Facebook on the daily, weekly, monthly, whatever, trust and believe you've got something that is going to resonate with somebody. You've got something that is going to resonate with a lot of people, millions of them, dare I say. There are people out there that need to hear what you have to say. You've got a story to tell. You've got an experience to share. There is something that only has happened to you, and something that you can tell people in a way that only you can tell them, in a way that only they can receive or they can understand. So, like I said, I'm going to get to the point. I'm going to tell you guys 5 reasons why I feel it's important that you share your story. We hear that we should do it, and nobody really kind of tells you why or how. And those are what I'm going to try to talk about today, the why and the how. Now, if you're in business, this is going to be great because I actually had a coaching call earlier today, and I shared with them how important it was that people knew who she was. Like, there are people that need to know about your product. There are people that need to know about your services. And the only way that they can really do that and build a level of trust is if they know you. And I get it. On social media, we don't tell people everything that we want to know. Not that everything we don't want to know, but we don't tell people all of our business, but we do share with people a lot of things. So I feel that it's important that you let them know the real you. There are reasons why they need to know the real you. Okay, so the first reason is by you sharing your story, you're able to you're able to get solid on your own message, because if you're telling the same story over and over and over, you get it. Okay, this is what I say and this is what I'm about. And you get to that point by recollecting and recalling memories that you've had. So when I tell my story and your story too, it's like a book, and there's many chapters in the book. So there's going to be many life experiences that are going to, your life experiences are what make up your book. Your life experiences are what make up your story. So there'll be an incident or a memory that you've had. And I'm gonna give you an example for myself. So when I talk about finding my voice on my website, on my page, I say that I help people find their voice. And what that means is I help people become confident enough to speak for themselves, speak on behalf of their beliefs, and speak on what they believe in and what's important to them, what they value. And I will tell you part of my story. It doesn't start, most people hear the part about when I was in college and I wanted to be a motivational speaker and I was challenged by that. But actually my story starts way before then. And I've mentioned this before. My story started when I used to, my parents were divorced, and I used to go visit my dad on the weekends. Every single weekend I would go and visit my dad. And whenever we would go to the barbershop, he lived in an urban area and I grew up in a very suburban area, I'm just going to say. And so I talked very suburban, and I used to get made fun of by the children in this urban area all the time. And it got to the point where it didn't take too many weekends before I realized, oh, when I go with my dad, I don't talk. So people used to think I was so shy because I didn't talk. I didn't talk because I didn't want to get made fun of. So I lost my voice. And that's fine. So that is something that makes up my story. That makes up my story. The fact that I was a teen mom, that's another part of my life that makes up my story. The fact that I was told that nobody wanted to hear what I had to say, that makes up my story. The fact that I'm a mom of 10, that's part of my story. That makes up my story. So it's important that you recollect and recall what the incidents are in your life that make you who you are. The incidents and the experiences that you've had in life that solidify and that answer everyone's burning question about why you do what it is that you do. And I promise you, as you begin to talk, as you begin to tell people why it is you do what you do, or as you begin to tell people why you're so passionate about what you're so passionate about, you will get very, very solid on what it is that you do, to the point where it can almost become a script for you. There was somebody who recently posted on Facebook a great question. This question was great. He asked very simply, have you discovered your life's purpose? I thought that was the most amazing question, and he had all these answers, and like all these people had commented and things. I thought that was an amazing question. That's awesome. It gets people thinking, and people I don't know how old they were, because like the real young guys, they're not using Facebook. So these are people that are probably like in my age, 30s, 40s, whatever. And there were several people that said no, they had not found their life purpose. And I would venture to say the reason why they don't know what their purpose is because they're not telling their story. They're not sharing their story. And one might say, well, I mean, do they have a platform? You're on Facebook. There are 2.6 billion users on Facebook, active users on Facebook. There's somebody that needs to hear your story. It may not be a pretty story, but guess what? That's what they need to hear. They need to hear and see the ugly side of things. That's what keeps people going. That's what encourages others. So the first point, number one, by telling your story, you are getting solid on your message, the message that only you can deliver, the message that, that there's somebody out there that can receive only from you. So that's number one. Number two is, by telling your story, there's a freedom that enables you to heal and overcome from some of the things that have happened to you in the past. Again, I use the example of my mom telling me that nobody wanted to hear what I had to say. And again, she didn't mean that in like a mean or disrespectful way when she said it. When my mom said that nobody wanted to hear what I had to say, she was trying to encourage me to not stop going to college, is what she was trying to do. So I don't fault her for that. And I will say this, my mom has also passed away. So since I have come to learn so much more about myself and why I do what I do and who I'm becoming and who I am and who I left back there and who I see up there, I can't talk to her about this. I can't share my thoughts about what she said and how it impacted me. But I tell you, as I speak about that incident with my mom, and I promise you, she did not mean to hurt my feelings. And at the time, it didn't hurt my feelings. Did it stop a lot of things in my life? Yes. But I right time, right place, whatever. I mean, there were a lot of things I did not do because of that statement. You know, that was my mom. That was like, you know, I was in my early 20s. That was a person that I looked up to. And for her to say something, it hurt me. But I didn't let it damage me. I use it to tell other people about different areas of life. That experience provides a foundation for a lot of things that I talk to people about. But the point is, by me continuing to talk about it, it frees me. I'm healed by it. Like, I have no hard feelings whatsoever. Like, I do kind of go through the woulda, coulda, shoulda, but that's pointless because today is 2020 and I am in my 40s and there is nothing I could do about what happened 20 years ago. Well, it wasn't quite 20, but what happened so many years ago. I'm good. I'm good. And now I use that to help free and help other people heal too. My story helps other people heal and it helps me heal. Helped me heal. And our story is continuing. Every single day we have when we open our eyes and take a breath, there's a new opportunity to experience something new, to experience something different. And again, we're learning, we're healing, and we can, like, that's contagious. We can, you know, as we talk, we can encourage somebody else to do the same thing. So that was number 2, freeing you and healing you. Me, you. Number 3. Makes you relatable. Okay, so I got these braces in my mouth, right? I got these braces in January, and I don't know if there's anybody out there that has had braces in their mouth or some other thing, but like, it's hard to talk. My thoughts come way faster than my mouth right now can spit them out. And like, it sounds like, oh, this girl trying to use these big college words. Well, let me tell you, this girl knows those big college words. She just can't speak them now because she's got metal in her mouth. That's part of my story. And it makes me real. I'm human. Like, I feel like I have a $1 million smile and I just wanted to make it better. So for the next 18 months, I will have this metal in my mouth. But that's real life. That's real life. When I tell my story, people they journey with me, they travel with me, and it makes me relatable. I was a teen mom, so I talk to a lot of other people that have had children in their teen years. I had 2 kids. I had 2 daughters by the time I was 19 years old. My story could have been a whole lot different, and I know that. There are people that are my age that live a way different life, that have had babies at the same time I did, and their life is so different. It does have to do with our choices and just different things and opportunities that were presented for us and our willingness to move past obstacles and hurdles and risks that we were willing to take. But my reality is the reality of a lot of people out there. I was a single mom. I struggled. I was on welfare for a quick minute. And I say quick minute because no, I didn't have time to get comfortable on anything before I was motivated to get a job. At 19 years old, I had a real job, like with benefits and everything. Guess what? I didn't make a lot of money, but I made too much money to qualify for anything. So I know what struggle bus looks like. I know what it feels like. I was driving it. You hear me? So it makes me relatable. Your story is going to make you relatable. Did you overcome some tragedy? Have you been overcome sexual abuse, or do you have a weight loss journey? Is there something about you that that people can relate to? The other thing that I have natural hair. I have it pulled back now. Most of the times I have it nice and tamed. But if you know me, like my hair gets real big. Like that is part of my story. Like my journey, my natural hair journey is part of my story. My spiritual walk, part of your story. People need to hear that so that they can know and realize that you are just as relatable to them. Like you're a human. You're not just some figure that's on social media like doing big and bad things, which you are, but you're human and you have a life and you have feelings and you don't always get it right. Sometimes you fail, but you pick yourself up and you keep on moving. Like that's real life, and people need to see that. Number 3, makes you relatable. Number 4. Okay, so back to my business owners out there, or my people that are promoting a ministry or some sort of organization or whatever. You telling your story is going to help people find you. And I know you're like, well, I'm just talking, so how are people going to find me? Because as you talk, other people will talk. And they're going to be like, hey, I know this person that is doing A, B, C, D, or E, whatever. I know this person that da-da-da-da-da. Oh, my goodness, there was this girl that I saw on Instagram. There was this guy that I saw on Facebook that had a video. He does this or he does that. People need to know how to find you. And the only way you can do that is you got to get in front of a camera and you got to start talking. You got to start telling your story. Okay, you don't want to get in front of a camera? Then get your pen. Do I have a pen? I don't have no props with me. Get a pen, get a paper, start writing. Put your story out there so people can find you. So Google is, like I talk about the Google all the time. Everybody is going to Google for something. Give them something to Google about. Give them something to Google about. Your story is going to bless somebody. Your story is going to change and impact somebody in a mighty way. But they need to know about you. And the only way they can do that is when they go searching. And when they go searching, they can find you. I'm telling you, you're going to be somebody, or you already are somebody that is worth talking about. That's how people are going to find you, because you and your story are worth listening to, worth hearing, worth understanding, worth relating to. That's number 4. Telling your story helps you get found. And the last one that I have, and I probably could think of like so many more, but I didn't want to like be on like Facebook Live like all day or whatever, because I can just like talk a lot, as most of you that know me know I can. But the last one I feel like is really important. It's by telling your story, you're building your confidence, because now you've got this message and you are secure in your message. In your message, maybe now you're finding your purpose. You found your purpose. You've got the message. You've got the points that have made you who you are. You know what your purpose is now. Okay, I can say that in confidence. I can stand boldly before people and courageously before people and tell them this is what I stand for and this is why I stand for what I stand for. It affirms who you are. In that confidence, you have a knowing that I know who I am. I know who I am. I know what I bring to the table. I know what I can do. I know what my strengths are. I know my weaknesses are. By me telling my story, I have the confidence to put myself all the way out there and tell you this is where I struggle. I struggle with my self-esteem. This is where I struggle. I might struggle with my looks. This is where I struggle. I struggle with my fitness. This is where I struggle. I don't eat healthy. This is where I struggle. I stay up all night and I don't sleep. Let people know where you struggle. Be real. Affirm that this is who I am. I'm real. I'm working on me and I'm real. You have the confidence to do that the more you tell your story. And I bet you'll challenge yourself to change those things. I'm just saying. Another thing about your confidence is, by you telling your story in confidence, you add value and validity to your experience. It's your experience. Nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can take your experience away from you. They can't. They can't add to it. It's yours. They can't take it away. It's yours. Now they might enjoy it. That meme with Michael Jackson eating the popcorn in the Thriller video. They can enjoy what you have to say. They can relate to what you have to say. They can be encouraged. They can be motivated by what you have to say. But they can't add or take anything away to your experience. It's yours. So stand confidently and boldly and speak on that. What they gonna do? What, challenge you? What? It's your story. It's your story. And then the last thing is, Well, I guess I kind of already started saying this about it being your story, naysayers. Okay, so you guys know I'm a Jesus lover, so I'm gonna take it here. This is what they say in the Bible about, the enemy will be used as your footstool. Yes, let them come. Let them come. Let them try. Well, I mean, we don't want to be picked apart or torn apart, but you know what? When you're telling your truth, when you're telling your story, when you're telling how you got to where you got, why you are the way you are, let them hate on you. Let them hate. This is my story, and I stand confidently and boldly, and I speak my story because it's not about you, Mr. Hater or Miss Hater, Miss Naysayer. It's not about you. It's about the person who right now is down and needs to hear how I got to where I am. It's about the person who needs some encouragement. Oh, I'm in business, and they wanna learn some tricks of the trade. It's for that person. It's for somebody else. Our story is not for us. Our story is for other people. Our story is for the 2.6 billion people on Facebook. There are, just like they talk about angels being assigned to us, I promise you, there are people that are assigned to you. If you're doing what you're supposed to do and telling your truth and telling your story the way God has designed your life, when you say those things, I promise the people that need to hear what you are saying, they will hear it. Your story will get out. It will get out. So let them hate on you. What you gonna do? You don't pay my bills. You don't. You're not even paying for the internet that I'm using right now to go live. Let them talk. Let them say whatever they're gonna say because you stand confident in what you know to be your truth. So when like I said, when I first started my business, they weren't talking about tell your story. So when I curated all of my posts for my business, Born So Beautiful, the Facebook page is now deactive, but if I still can see it though, but everything was just so manicured so nicely, and it was nothing about me, nothing about the owner. It was all about children and baby stuff and maternity stuff. And looking back, yes, I will definitely do things differently when I open up my next shop whenever that happens. But people need to know the person behind the business. They want to get to like you. They want to get to know you. They want to trust you. And I'm going to tell you, that's how people come to you, by you putting yourself out there. Put yourself out there consistently. Tell your story. If not for anybody else, tell your story for you. Because as you begin to heal, as you begin to get free, as you begin to learn what your purpose is, what your call is, even just by talking and telling your story, I promise you, there are going to be people that are going to be encouraged. There are going to be people that will be inspired and motivated to move and motivated to work and motivated to live life and motivated to walk in their purpose and motivated to reach towards their own destiny. You've got something that they need. You've got something that they want. They may not even know it yet. You've got something for them. Prepare for that. Start talking. Start telling your story. I'm telling you, when they see how you have overcome, when they see that you have achieved or accomplished, when they see that you have met trial, but now you're triumphant, when they see that once upon a time you were that victim, but now you're victorious, when they see that, they will be motivated themselves to take on this world and conquer whatever it is for them. Because just like there are millions and millions of people that are out there that are for you, there are millions of people. There are people for them. So guess what? Your story isn't for you, like I said, or that person. It's for many people. Many people. We are responsible for the legacy of much. And I spoke to that in an interview that I recently did. People think legacy is just about your biological children. No, legacy is about all the people that you impact. We want to leave a I do. Leave a legacy long after I'm gone. I want people to remember, oh, Kelly, it doesn't matter what I want them to remember about me, but I want to leave a legacy. I want to leave a legacy of hope, a legacy of encouragement, a legacy of inspiration. I want people to be encouraged to do whatever it is they can do because of something I left back in 2020. And that's the same thing for you. They call it the butterfly effect. In science, I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with this, but the butterfly flaps his wings. And by the flapping of the wings, that teeny microscopic I don't know what you call it, the air, it creates waves of everything. It creates everything. The butterfly effect. Your story is like the butterfly effect. Your story. So no one ever told me like why it was important to tell my story other than people want to hear you say goodbye or get coaching, or people want to hear it so that they, everyone that I always hear it related to money, and it's so beyond money. It's so beyond money. God gave you a unique experience because he wanted to share you with other people. And that's how you do that. That's how you do that, by sharing you with other people. So that's all I have for today. I will be back tomorrow, same time, unless I get caught up in work activities. But I'm going to be back tomorrow. I'm going to have something else I want to share with you. I'm just so full and so excited. And I like where things are going right now. And you know what? Like I said, I had a conversation with somebody today, and we were talking about, there's so much time. We got so much time. No, we really don't. We have about the same amount of time we had, and even in this time that we have, it may seem like, well, I still don't have enough time. I still got stuff I need to do I didn't accomplish. Well, I shared with her that I thought, maybe it's not that we're running out of time, but we just don't have the structure, or we don't have the discipline to do what we need to do. So I hope that you're able to kind of just take these little bits of nuggets. Now, they're just my opinions, but I kind of feel like it's important. I hope that over the next few days, you're able to kind of just take what I'm giving you and use it in your business, in your personal life, and or pass it on to somebody else that might be encouraged. You know where you can find me, justkelly.com. You can always find me on Facebook. You can reach out to me and I will get back with you. And as always, I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you sharing this. If you share, comment. And let me see. I see who said hi to me. Vanika said, amen. Yes. Amen. And Shalana says hi. So, hey guys, I want to make sure I acknowledge that you're on this today, and I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys as always. So, I'm Kelly Williams. I'm here to help you live the life that you desire and deserve. And I will be back tomorrow. I don't remember what I'm talking about tomorrow, but I'll be back tomorrow with some more golden nuggets for you guys. All right. Okay. Y'all stay blessed, and I'm praying for you. All righty. Bye.